Hello everyone, it's Klaus here, and this video is sponsored by Laptop Champs. If you are signing up today for 14 days free trial ClickFunnels account, you'd be getting this amazing funnel all be from you from top to bottom. Alright, it's an amazing 6-step funnel built with ClickFunnels, and basically everything about it has been done. All you need to do is change some text and the images if you want it, but yeah, it's all done for you. Alright, so these are the funnels you be getting. You gain an opt-in page, you be getting a landing or a sales page, regardless of how you want to call it. You be getting this is the sales page. Alright, so in a bit I'm going to show you how to get all of this done, and you be getting an order form page. This is where your prospects or your clients are going to make payments for your services or your products. And you'll be getting an OTO page. Alright, an OTO page is short for OTO is short for one-time offer. Alright, it's sort of how you upsell your clients. I'm going to quickly talk about that in a bit as well. Yeah, you'll be getting an order confirmation page, a page where it's going to sort of preview all the products that your client buys or bought, and I will also talk about that briefly. And yeah, then finally you be getting a thank you page. Alright, so a thank you page, it's concluding everything. Alright, when your client is done with the walkthrough from your from the top of the funnel down to the bottom, then the client is faced with a thank you page. Alright, so you could change this text and basically do what you want on this page. Just if you want to redirect them to somewhere else, or you want to pass any important information, you can do that on this page. Alright, so all this was built with ClickFunnels. It's really beautiful, really mobile responsive, and yeah, you gain this funnel if you hit the button below to sign up for 14 days free ClickFunnels account. Alright, so in a bit I'm going to quickly head over to my dashboard, and I will also be talking about ClickFunnels. You probably might have heard about ClickFunnels. You probably seen it in an ad, or you heard your friend talking about it, or heard a family member talking about it, but you really don't know what it is. I will be talking about ClickFunnels really soon, and yeah, I'll be hoping to see you guys on the dashboard page. Alright guys, I'm in my dashboard page, and as you can see, I have a dashboard here. So when you hit the button below and you sign up for 14 days free ClickFunnels trial account, once you sign in, you get something like this. Alright, this is your dashboard. Alright, this is where you get to see your sales, your success rate, your the amount of traffic you've going into your funnels, and all of that. Alright, you see all of that in this page. So it's basically a dashboard. Alright, so that's really what it is. And what I want to draw your attention to is the funnels. Alright, so if you hover over this portion of this nav bar, you can see the funnels. Alright, but before I do that, as promised, I want to briefly talk about ClickFunnels. Alright, so you probably might have asked yourself what ClickFunnels is. Well, ClickFunnels is simply amazing. Alright, ClickFunnels in one word, it's amazing. So ClickFunnels is a marketing software on the internet. Alright, the best marketing software on the internet, if I do say so myself. And it's about automating the entire sale process, giving you the power to control every stage of the buying journey. Alright, so you're in control of every stage of the buying journey you take your clients or your prospects through. Alright, then ClickFunnels is primarily designed to provide online businesses like yours in a while with a complete sales funnel. It is simple, hassle-free. Alright, so that's basically the best part of ClickFunnels. Unlike the other competitors, ClickFunnels is hassle-free. Alright, it's straight to the point. You don't have to hire a tech team to get some things done on ClickFunnels, unless you want to do something extra. You can do basically anything with ClickFunnels, and it's hassle-free. Just drag and drop few elements, and you've got your website up. You could get your business up and running as little as 5 days, regardless of whatever business it is. How amazing is that? All right, so it's hassle free, and it's an alternative to ranking your website in search results. ClickFunnels also has an amazing SEO metadata, which enables your website to be seen when people make searches on Google. All right, so I'll show you how that is done in a bit. So moving on with ClickFunnels. All right, ClickFunnels gives you everything you need to market, sell, deliver your products and services online without having to hire or rely on the tech team. And the best part of ClickFunnels, it works perfectly for both small scale startups and large scale. All right, so there is nobody that is limited to using ClickFunnels. All right, you could be an established business online or physically, and you could still have ClickFunnels, and it gets more things done for you. You could be a startup and you decide to use ClickFunnels. Maybe you're watching this video right now and you've got a business you want to start. I would highly suggest you use ClickFunnels to get that up and running, because trust me, you would make huge incomes from ClickFunnels, and you'd be surprised. Plus, ClickFunnels has an amazing support team. They've got great support out there. You've got tons of people uploading videos on how to get things done on ClickFunnels. So you basically don't have to really search the internet back and forth to get a solution to your problem. Once you have a problem, you go on Google or you contact the support team, because they've got an amazing support team that replies to you within minutes, and they will get it done for you. All right, so yeah, that's why personally I would advise anyone to get ClickFunnels to start up their business or to continue with their business. All right, so now that that's done, you probably have an insight of what ClickFunnels is. The next important part is showing you how to actually get your website up and running with ClickFunnels. All right, but before we do that, we're going to take a look at the funnel you'll be getting on the back end. All right, so we've seen it on the front end. That's the first thing I did in the beginning of the video. I showed you the funnel you'll be getting on the front end, and we'll be seeing it on the back end, and I'm going to show you how to tweak things on that funnel, how to change the text, how to change images if you want to, because the images I made, I used are free, license free, so you won't be getting any legacy problems with it. You could use that image as well, but if you have something better you want to use, you can change that. It's no problem. I'll be showing you how to do all of that, and you probably might be asking yourself, what is a funnel? All right, so I have a lot of people walk up to me and ask me, Niklaus, what is a funnel? What's the difference between a funnel and a website? All right, so let me quickly talk about that before we get on to actually editing our funnel. All right, so basically a funnel is unlike a website. A funnel is more structured. All right, but some people tend to call funnels website. It basically is a website, but it's more structured. A funnel has steps. All right, it has labeled steps, and these steps enables you to be able, like I told you earlier, to be able to monitor and have power to control every stage of the buying journey. All right, that's what a funnel does for you. It gives you control of every stage of the journey your clients are going to. Probably you don't want to buy, you don't want to sell a product, you want to get emails. Yeah, a funnel helps you do all of that, and you're in control as you're doing all of that. All right, so how awesome is that? So basically, in a nutshell, that's what a funnel is. And yeah, since that was done, we'll head over to the funnels and see how you could get yourself a funnel, and you can edit the funnel I have built for you from top to bottom. And yeah, so when you with your mouse, I'm sure you could see my mouse, you hover over ClickFunnels. You can see drop downs come up, and you see funnels, contact, sales, funnel marketplace, build a funnel. All right, we won't be doing this because I already have built the funnel for you, so you won't need to build a funnel. And we'll talk about contacts. Sorry about that. We'll talk about contacts at the end of the video. This is where all your contacts are going to be stored on ClickFunnels. Your emails and some necessary information you might choose to have. Alright, then the funnels is what we're going to be working with right now. Alright, so you hover over ClickFunnels and you click on the funnels area. Alright, so it loads up. Alright guys, so we're at the funnels page, and you can see I've got a list of funnels here. You can see them with the different names, and you could basically name your funnels whatever you want it to be. You can see it got tags, and yeah, ClickFunnels made some changes, some really amazing changes. So the whole website looks different and fresh, sort of really nice, really responsive. Yeah, so like I was saying, you can see the funnels all listed out here, and we're going to point our attention to this funnel right here, the CFSB sales funnel. Alright, so this is the funnel you're going to be getting, and I'm going to hit this button so I can get started with editing this funnel. Alright, so if you see, place your mouse over it, you see it, a little drop shadow comes on the background, so you know you're hovering over it, and then you hover over the text and you hit on you left click. Alright, so you left click to get into it, and I'll see you on the other end of the funnel. Alright guys, so we're faced with our funnels page. Alright, so when you open a funnel, you're going to be faced with a page like this. Alright, unless ClickFunnels changes their designs, but I don't think that will be done on this area. Alright, so you get this page, and I'm going to talk about everything you can see on this page. Alright, so right here is your link to your funnel, your domain link to your funnel. Alright, you could change this. This is the default one ClickFunnels gives you. When you register for your ClickFunnels account, you get a default link. You could add your domain to your ClickFunnels website, so you could instead of having this, your clients type this, they could type your website.com, whatever it is. It could be nicklaus.com / whatever comes here behind. Alright, ClickFunnels will automatically generate that for you. Okay, so if you take your attention to this part of my screen, I hope you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can see I'm hovering over all of this. These are the various steps in your funnels. Alright, so I'm going to read this out. This is the squeeze page. Our squeeze page is, I'll talk about that in a minute. This is a sales page, this is an order form page, this is an OTO page, an order confirmation, and a thank you page. Alright, so if you remember in the beginning of this video, I showed you what all this page looks like. Alright, if I move back to it, you can see the opt-in page. This is the sales page, this is our order form page, our OTO page, our order confirmation, and our thank you page. Alright, so yeah, so this is basically the steps. From this part we are able to edit them and make changes and do a few integrations and all of that. So I'm going to start with opt-in page. Alright, so you probably might heard squeeze page somewhere, or you heard some people call it opt-in page, some lads call it squeeze page. But in a nutshell, it's basically the same thing. Alright, the purpose of a squeeze page or an opt-in page is to get your prospects information, and by information I mean leads, and by leads I mean email addresses. Alright, so getting your prospects email addresses is really important, because you might want to engage them. Alright, it's really important because it gives you the opportunity to engage your clients. You don't have one-time clients. You have the opportunity to increase your chances of having recurring clients. Alright, recurring clients which later on become long-term customers. Alright, that's what leads do for you. So leads are powerful tools to marketing your product. Alright, so that's why for me, I really advise anyone to always start a sales funnel with a squeeze page. Alright, there's some sales funnels that they don't really input the squeeze page in it, but for me, I feel it's really important to put a squeeze page in the sales funnel, because like I said, you might really be needing to get this your clients leads, and maybe later on in the future market something else to them. You can upsell them with something else, or you could have a different business that you want to sort of market these people to, or drive this traffic to, and with that amount of leads you'll be able to have easier marketing, because you've got one of the most important aspects of marketing done, that's the leads. All right, so you can't market without leads. You can't market without people to market to. So it's really important to have your squeeze page, and your squeeze page, like I said, is a page that you use in getting your clients leads. All right, so that's basically what a squeeze page is in a nutshell. All right, so I'm going to head over to the squeeze page, and I'm going to show you how to change text and how to set things up on the squeeze page. All right, so when you're here, you can see this little screen over here, and it shows you a preview of what the squeeze page looks like. All right, so I hit on this edit page, quite easy. It's sort of a giveaway. You hit on the edit page, and it loads up to take you to the editor, and where you can edit this page and make your changes however you want it done. Alright guys, we're in so this is our squeeze page. You can see we're in the squeeze page right now, and you can see some really colorful borders. You can see an orange border, here is a blue border, and over here, if you can see it, it's a green border. You can see this. Alright, so I'm going to talk about that really soon. I just want to quickly talk about everything on this top corner of our screen, so you know what they are and you don't make mistakes and do things you don't really want to do. Alright, so this button basically takes you back to the page we just came from. Alright, this button is to show you what your website will look on the desktop. This is the default screen your website adopts when you start editing. This is for the mobile aspect of it. Alright, so as of 2018, statistics show that 50 to 60% of visitors visiting websites are generated from mobile phones. Alright, so this clearly sends out a message that the possibilities of having your clients coming on a mobile device instead of a desktop is higher, and it's getting higher as the years are coming up. Alright, because a lot of people prefer using their mobile phones to make certain transactions, because we've got smartphones right now, and so it's really important to have it in mind that when you're creating a website, you should make it mobile responsive, and ClickFunnels makes mobile responsive website quite easy. So if I hit this button, it's going to show me what this website will look like on a mobile device. Alright, so yeah, so that's basically it, and these are your applications. You don't need to bother yourself about this part. Then your settings, you've got integrations. This is very important. Alright, so if you've got a ClickFunnels account and you have a third-party app you use as your autoresponder, okay, ClickFunnels can provide that service for you as well. But if you already have a third-party app, could be MailChimp, could be ConvertKit, could be GetResponse, and you already use that for your email marketing, you could integrate it to your ClickFunnels account and still be able to collect and get your leads sent from ClickFunnels directly to that third-party app. Okay, it's really quite easy, and if you want to get that done, you could contact me with the email below, and I'll be personally getting it done for you, or I will be showing you how to get that done. I won't be able to do that in this video right now, because that's a different aspect of ClickFunnels, and it's going to take a lot of our time. Alright, so we have the SEO metadata. Alright, so if you remember, I talked about ClickFunnels being an alternative to ranking your website in the search engine, alright, or search results. Alright, this SEO metadata is what gets done. So if you click on it, the sidebar pops up. That's our sidebar, and you can see we have a title here. Alright, so this title is basically the title of your web page. Alright, this particular web page. If you can see, we have CFSB with a hyphen, opt-in, and page. Alright, so look at it over here. You can see CFSB hyphen, opt-in, page. I could just to show you, I could change that from page to opt-in sales, and you can see it changes automatically, all right, at the goal. So yeah, so that's basically that's what that title does, is the title that appears on your web page, the title for your web page, and it's also for your search results. Okay, so this is a preview of what it will look like when people make searches for your website. It shows the title first on Google, then your web, whatever your domain name is, or your web address link here, and yeah. So that's for the title, and then the description. All right. So the description is basically your description of what the web page does, or what the web page is doing or is offering. All right. So here is get the best. I'll ClickFunnels. I wrote this myself. I could write getting 6 figures. Sorry about that. 6 figures from your website. Just go easier or you ClickFunnels. Alright, so yeah, and you can see it automatically changes here. So if when the user searches for a web page, this is what they're going to see. The exact same way it is right here is what they're going to see on Google. Alright, so it helps that you really you get this part done, and that's why I took out time to talk about it, because it's really important. It helps in visibility of your web pages. Alright, so keywords. Alright, these keywords are the SEO metadata that helps in searches made by Google. Alright, so you want to write something that is catchy, something that some keywords that people use a lot when making searches. This is how Google is able to web scrape and get your website on search as search results when people make searches to things similar. Alright, so here's a hack. If you're looking to drive more traffic to your web page, alright, you are going to have to search on Google for keywords used close to whatever business or whatever service you're rendering. Alright, so if I'm a consultant right now, I will be searching for the 10 most or the 100 most used keywords related to coaching. Alright, and when you get those keywords, you copy it and paste it here. Alright, that will increase the chances of your web pages being shown when people make searches to those related words. Alright, you could write your name here as the author if you want to. You can leave it blank. Really, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that's all. That's that for the SEO metadata. And to the next one, we have the tracking code. You wouldn't really need this because this has to do with JavaScript, and you just probably have to leave this for the programmers. You wouldn't need them, but if you want to do something extra, like I said, maybe you want to get certain data from a website that doesn't have integrations yet, that only have integrations for true APIs and all of that, then you get a professional programmer to get that done for you. But if you know how to do it yourself, if you're a programmer yourself, good and fine. If you're not, if you need something like that done for you, you can contact me. I can get that done for you. And custom CSS, same thing applies to custom CSS. Custom CSS is yeah, it's basically CSS. Alright, it's custom CSS, so it's left for the programmers to do that as well. The background is the background image or color of this whole web page. Alright, that's what this is. Typography is the text. You could use a single text command or settings to go through all text on this particular web page. Then you have your general. Alright, so if I hit on general, you see a semi-bar comes up, and on submit, you could don't do anything on this part. Really, just leave this part down. You can leave this empty as well, the way it is, and the affiliate badge. Alright, so this affiliate badge is, if I could show you what affiliate badge is. Alright, if you look at the bottom right corner of our screen, you can see this made with ClickFunnels. If you don't want this showing on your website, yeah, so this is it. the affiliate badge, you could leave it as, you could put it as hide, and that badge isn't going to show. All right, this badge isn't going to show when you do that. And but you can leave it as show if you want to advertise ClickFunnels. Maybe you're a big fan and you want to people to know that you built an amazing funnel with ClickFunnels. You can leave it as show, and you can put it at hide if you want to. But I'm going to leave it as show because I'm proud of using ClickFunnels. I'm happy I used ClickFunnels to get this awesome funnel done. So I will leave mine at show, but you can do with yours whatever you want. It's totally yours. It's up to you. And yeah, so that's that on settings. We've covered all that up. Then pop-ups. All right, pop-ups are what it is. Pop-up. All right, but sometimes you don't want to use this. From marketing, a lot of marketing seminars I have attended over the past few years, and it turns out that a lot of people don't like pop-ups. All right, so it reduces the amount of stays on your website. It's some clients or some prospects considers it annoying. So I don't know. I try as much as possible not to use pop-ups in my website. All right, because like I said, it turns out that it annoys a lot of users. All right, so I wouldn't really advise using pop-ups frequently. You could use that. I use it basically when I want to get a webinar funnel done. I don't use it for any other funnel aside the webinar funnel. All right, so if we move over this now, this icon is to reverse any action you have made. Maybe you made an action. Okay, if I delete this right now, I delete this, and oh Lord, I just deleted this. How do I get it back? This icon get the job done for you, and I hit on the icon, and tada! I have my button back. Alright, so that's what this icon does, and this icon like redo what you did before. Alright, so if I hit on this icon, okay, I guess I made the right choice deleting it. I want to delete it again, and I hit on this button. It takes forward and redo what I undid. Alright, so yeah, so that's basically what it is, but I want that button staying there because I want them to advance to the next page. Alright, so yeah, so that's done, and we have sections. Alright, so your sections are what they are. They are sections. Alright, so sections are denoted by this green border and this little icons over here. These are your section. This particular place is a section, and you can see this green lining, this green border, sorry, and you can see a plus icon. If I hit on this plus icon, if I hover over it, you can see add new section, and if I hit on it, the sidebar pops up and asking me if I want a full width section, if I want a wide section. The difference between these two is a full width section doesn't have any margin. It covers from the west part of the page down to the east part, no space in between. Alright, a wide section has margins around it, so it doesn't cover the screen entirely. Alright, medium is sort of small, then small is small. Alright, so yeah, so basically that's what a section is. A section is more like a container where you have all your contents in a particular section. Alright, so in this page right now, I've got two sections. I've got this section and I've got this section. This is my body section, and this I could call this my photo section. Alright, this is the photo section, and I can show you this with when I hover over section, I go down to manage, and you can see that I've got just two sections on this page, this section and the footer section. You can delete them from here, or you can do that from when you hover over the section. Just hover over anywhere outside an element or row or column, just somewhere a blank space within that section, and you can see this. Alright, so let's hit on this setting buttons to show you how to edit certain things on this section. Change the image of the section if you want to use and a color instead of an image. How to get that done? This is to clone the section. This is to save the section. Alright, let's say you did something really complex on this section and you don't want to do it over again. You could simply hit on this save and save the particular section and call it what you want to call it, and so you could be able to use it on any other funnel or any other web page. Alright, and this icon, like you know, is a bean icon. Is to delete the section. Alright, I could hit on it and ClickFunnels asks me if I want to delete it. I click on OK, and section is gone. Alright, you can see but not to worry, I can get it back. Remember, I'll hit on this button and my section is back. All right. So let's see how to edit sections. So if I hover over this, you can see the icons comes up, and I hit on oh, before I do that, yeah, this arrow buttons. All right. Before I forget, this arrow buttons up and down. It helps you in rearranging the section. All right. Let's say I want, for some strange reasons, I want the footer above this section. All I need to do is hover over this section and hit on this down button. You can see it moves down, and I've got in the footer up. Alright, so I could undo that to get it back to what it was, because it's a footer for a reason. It's supposed to be at the foot. So now we could explore how to edit sections. And so when I hover over this, you can see it pops up settings, and I hit on I click on it, and the sidebar comes up. Alright, so we've got a sidebar. You can see on this part it's clearly right section, settings, and advanced. Advanced, I would really want you to leave this part, because I don't want you messing up with anything done. Yeah, so what we basically want to look at is changing the images or the background color or something. Alright, so if I take out this image, alright, so you hit over here. If you want to change the image, you can see BG image. Basically it's a background image, BG short for background. BG image, and you want to change it, you could when you've gotten this icon, you see this icon, you hover over it. Once it glows orange, or it does that all around. It's not my settings per se, it's on all ClickFunnels account, it's going to hover orange. Alright, so when it hovers orange, you click on it, and if you click on it, it takes you to another page, and which the page shows you all the images you've got. Alright, so you see I've got a couple of images. I could click on any one and use that as my background image for that place, for that section. Once you click on it, you see it shows here, and you click on add images. Alright, once you click on add image, it automatically makes that image your background image. Alright, so it's that easy to change images, background images of sections, and you can change the image position. You can make it fill 100% width. You can make it parallax, maybe fit center, parallax, and when you scroll, it does this parallax effect if that's what you want. But I'm going to leave it at fill 100%. You go fill 100% width and height. You've got no repeat. You've got repeat horizontally. All of this, you've got all of that. You could sort of play around with it to see exactly what it does with the images. But it's basically the positioning of the image. All right. So this part is the section width. You can make it wide. If I make this wide, you can see it became smaller. If I make it medium, it becomes even smaller. And if I make it small, it becomes smaller, and extra small, really, really small, right? So we don't want that. We want it back at full page. Take up all the space on the full page. That's what we want. We don't want it to be sticky. We want it to scroll normally, and yeah, so if you want it to be sticky, you can do that. This basically is done when you want your header. It's basically done on the header aspect of your web page. Maybe you want your header to follow your user scrolling. Whenever you're scrolling, the header is just stuck on the top, and it doesn't go anywhere to help users navigate better. Alright, make it easier navigation. Alright, so that's what this part does. Then the background color. Alright, so I had written a code for this page to allow background coloring overlay. Alright, so in cases where you have a really bright picture and it's disrupting the view of the text itself, you could make it black a bit. You can darken the picture because of an existing code I wrote. So all you need to do is hit on this BG color, stands for background color. You can hit on it, and you can see I have a black color with an opacity of 0.74. If I take the opacity down to, you can see it is black. It is pitch black. Alright, I could increase the opacity. I could decrease it. You can see our picture. I can remove it totally, and this is exactly what this is the original look of the picture. You can see how bright it is. It could sometimes make it difficult for some of our clients to see the text on the screen, And in cases where we don't want to change the picture, because it could be your picture and it really fits that particular content of that page, so you don't want to change it, and you really want to use that picture, and also you want your clients or your prospects to see the text on the screen. That's when what this particular code arrow comes in handy. So all you need to do is drag this opacity bar, and you can see it gets darker and darker, and making the white text pop. All right. So you can change colors here as well. You see we've got a lot of different colors. You can make it red. This is red. You can make it green. You could make it blue if you want blue. That looks scary. You can make it white if white basically looks the same. This is pink. All right. So that's basically it. You could change the colors, or you could play around with the color boxes to get different shades of a particular color. You can move this bar up and down to move from one type of color to the other. I'm just going to leave it at what it was, that's the black, and decrease the opacity to say 0.47 or 0.5 to get a round figure of 0.5. Yeah, so you can see it makes the image dark, so you obviously get that now. And text color, this is a general setting. If you don't have a setting for the text itself, you could use this to control all the text colors. All right. So this is the padding top, bottom, left and right. You see, I removed all of it because I didn't want it disrupting what I've got here. So, but you could add padding. You could add padding to the top. You could add padding to the bottom. You can add padding to the left and the right side of your sections. All right, so I'm sure you know what padding is. So basically that's that for sections. That's how to get your sections up and change images on your sections. You could change image position on your sections, and all of that. You could change the background color of your section. Yeah, so basically that's what it is to edit your section in a nutshell. And yeah, bring your notice to something. In cases where you want to make a section to be viewed by only people using mobile devices, you could see this mobile only. So if I hit on mobile only, this section is going to only be viewed with people using mobile devices. Alright, I can make it back to all, or I can make it to just desktop users only. Once I click on desktop users only, if a client of mine visits this website with a mobile phone, they won't see this whole section. Alright. When they visit it with a desktop, you're going to see this. All right, so that's how to make a section visible only on mobile devices or desktop, or all of them. All right, so you can do that because maybe the particular section is disrupting the design of your funnel when it's on mobile view, and you don't want it to do that. So you could make that section only visible on your for desktop users. All right, and for mobile users, you could get something else done for them, and you make that only visible for mobile users. Okay, so that's basically what it is in sections. Okay, you could do that also for elements and rows. We're going to talk about that right now. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is rows. All right, so what are rows? You can see this blue border around this part of when I hover over here. You can see how it dances. All right, and the content is dancing. How intriguing. All right, so you can see this border around the blue border, that denotes a row. All right, so we've got a single row here with two columns. All right, column 1 and column 2. You can see this line separator standing as such, sort of like a separator. Alright, so we go column 1 and column 2. Alright, so columns come in different, rows come in with different columns. Alright, you can adjust it, you can make it 50-50. Sorry about that. If I hover, yeah, just right click and move it back. Alright, so yeah, so basically you could make different rows with different numbers of columns. Alright, so how to make a new row? You can hover over the plus button And if I click on this, you can see a sidebar pops up. Once the sidebar pops up, you can see we've got 1 column row, we've got 2 column rows, we've got 3 column rows, we've got 4 column rows, 5, 6. We've got the left sidebar and the right sidebar. All right. So basically, like I said, it's you've got several column rows. This helps in your arrangement of content on your website. All right. So let's say you have a list of things you want your clients to see, and you want it all nicely arranged on a single row. You could use the 3 column rows if you've got 3 different contents. You could use the 4 column rows if you got 4 different contents. You could use 6 or 5 depending on how large or how much the content is. Alright, so that's basically the rows, and also I'm going to show you how to edit rows as well. Okay, so when you same thing applies to rows. Okay, you can see we still have the arrow buttons, and this arrow button is used in changing the position of your rows. And you've got the settings, you've got the clone, you've got save to save a particular row, like I explained with the section, how to save a section. If you've done a lot of complicated things on a row, or you've done something that you know you're going to still do on future pages, you could save that row. And once you click on this save, it's going to show you a sidebar asking you to, you know what, let me just show you how it is. I click on it, I get a sidebar, and you see save as template. Alright, name, I put in the name here. I could say Klaus, no, let me just use my name. Let me say opt-in row. Alright, so I click on save row, and the row is saved. Alright, so how do you see this row you saved? Alright, you can use it whenever you want to make a new row. Alright, so if I hit on add new row, that sidebar comes up, and you can see we have layouts and we have my rows. So you hit on my rows, you can see I have an existing row here, and I have an opt-in row. So if I hit on this, you can see I get it's building row. Once it builds the row, you can see it gives me the exact same row I had before. How amazing is that? Alright, so I could hit the delete to delete the row. I delete this row. Yeah, because I don't want it. I already have it, so I can have 2 of it. So yeah, moving on to editing and setting a row. So we hover over the setting icons, and we're here on it. Sidebar pops up, and you can see the name up here. You have 2 row columns, 2 column rows. Sorry about that. Then we've got the top margin. Alright, this is the margin of the top of the row. You want to adjust the margin. That's the spacing from the top of the row to whatever element or whatever object is on top of it. Okay, so you can see if I add my margin, you can see it's moving downwards because I'm adding margins to the top. Alright, so I can leave it back, and yeah, you can change the background color of a row. I can add a background color. I can make it red and increase the opacity, and you can see the whole row becomes red. Alright, and I remove that because I like it the way it is. I prefer this design. You can add images here. Just hover over this part and click on it, and you get to that page you saw earlier, and you could select an image, and yeah, basically like that. So you've got the same thing. You've got padding. You can add padding to your rows. If you add padding, it gives a little padding to the top, bottom, right, left, and right as well. And yeah, same thing you can do applies here. You could make it only mobile view, and you can make only desktop users view this. You can make only mobile users view this. Alright, or you could totally hide this from anybody's view. Maybe you don't want to delete it, or you just want it there but you don't want nobody to see it. You can hide it totally. Alright, and yeah, you can delete it from here. This isn't important right now. This is to get the CSS information. If you want to style this particular row differently, you've got some codes you want to use in styling it. Maybe you want to do a gradients background or something. Yeah, so you could get the code here, then get over to the custom CSS I showed you, and yeah, you could style it all over there. But for now, we're not going to be doing that because it's not important. I've got some codes there that are really advised no one to touch, because if you touch that code, you're going to mess up the code that was used in building this website for you, this amazing funnel for you. All right, so you're in luck because you've got an awesome funnel all built for me from top to bottom, and usually you'd be paying top dollars to get awesome as beautiful as this to for your businesses, but today you're going to be getting it all for free. All right, so that's really amazing, and I will still always be grateful to Laptop Champs for making this video possible, like I said. And yeah, so that's basically what it is on the role editing roles. All right, so the width of the role, you could change the width of the role. You could make it 100%. You could reduce it if you want to 60% or something. You could increase it back to 100%. It's all up to you. You could change the alignment. You can make it from left to right. You could make it center. You can make it from right to left. It all depends on you. If you shift the content however you want the content to be shifted. You're the boss. You're in control. All right. So that's that on roles, editing roles, and now editing elements. All right. We've got tons of elements on ClickFunnels. You've got text. You've got images, medias. You've got videos. You've got input fields. This is an input field. You can see it's asking for a full name and it's asking for an email address. All right. You've got buttons. All right. This is a buttons. You've got tons and tons of elements. All right. So elements are denoted when you hover over an element. You can see an orange border with the same set of icons. All right. So how to edit an element. All right. Let's start up with the things that are most important, which is your text. All right. So if you're editing a text, all you need to do is hover over the text and right click on it. All right. If you want to change the text itself, you're going to have to hover over it and click on it. Then you see this blue bar. All right. Now you can make edits to this text. You can change the text. All right. So lead magnet goes here, and yeah. So what is a lead magnet? You ask yourself. All right. So like I explained earlier, I told you that if you want to get your an opt-in page is a page where you get your clients' email addresses. All right. What I didn't tell you is how to get your email, your clients' email addresses. All right. So that's where lead magnets comes in play. All right. Lead magnets comes into play with something like getting your clients' leads. I already explained what leads are. Now, in your case of business, you want to offer your clients something for free so that they can easily give you your email addresses. All right. You could give them an ebook on something relating to your business. All right. It has to be relating to your business. Why I said it has to be related to your business, it's not a must, but it's something I feel you should do so that you could have more of warm leads. All right. What are warm leads? All right. Warm leads is a marketing term that really talks about leads of clients or prospects that initially have interest in what you're offering. All right. Those are called warm leads because you know that they already have interest in whatever it is you're offering. You could be selling your services and they're interested in your services, and you use a lead magnet telling them about your service. So they drop in their email address knowing that they'll be getting that lead magnet means they are interested in what you're offering. So for the fact they're interested in what you're offering, they are automatically called warm leads. All right, that's what warm leads are, and you're going to have to try as much as possible to avoid cold leads. All right, so cold lead is the opposite of a warm lead. Cold lead is just leads of clients that are not really interested in your product. They're not really interested in what you're offering, but you have their leads. All right. Now, when you get leads like that, it makes marketing a bit difficult for you because you can't really know how many people are going to buy what you're selling or going to tap into what it is you're marketing. All right. So that's why I try personally in my business. I try as much as possible to avoid having cold leads. Anyone prefers warm leads. I mean, it makes marketing easier for you, and with ClickFunnels idea of lead magnets, it increases the chances of you getting more and more warm leads. All right, that's why always um, recommend ClickFunnels to anyone who wants to have a successful business online. All right. So yeah. So the lead magnet goes here, and back to editing text. If I want to edit this, maybe I say the lead magnet goes here. I could say get your tips on making money here. Alright, so this is the hook. Get your tips on making money here, and that could be my lead magnet. And right here I could tell them if you want how to make money ebook. Alright, then here give them a few information. If you want to get know how to make money online with whatever it is your ebook is talking about, you just briefly, or it doesn't have to be an ebook, it will be something else. Alright, it could be anything at all that you could afford to give out freely, and you talk about it here on these 2 paragraphs. You talk about it. If you want to edit the paragraph, right now is populated with lorem ipsums. You could click on it like I said, and you have this this little editor, and you could erase, and you could write and edit all of this. Alright, so how to edit a text itself. Alright, so if you hover over it, you can see this yeah, this loads icons again. Yeah, they're still here. They're back to hunters. Alright, so you can see these icons, and if I hit on this setting icons, same thing happens. A sidebar pops out from the left, from the right, and we can edit our text from here. Alright, so we are able to edit the font family of our text. You can see right now I'm using Oxygen as a font family. I click on that, and I'm presented with lots of fonts. Alright, so ClickFunnels have tons and thousands and millions of fonts you could use for your text. So these are the basic, these are the most used by users. Alright, so if you want to get all of them, you could browse all Google fonts. So you click on it, a list of drop down shows up, and you scroll to the Kingdom Come to get whatever font you want. But here's a hack. Usually whenever I use this, I want to use Montserrat, and for a shortcut you want to get Montserrat. I know how to spell Montserrat, so I start typing it on my keyboard, and it takes me to Montserrat. Alright, so Montserrat, and tada, you can see it took me down to Montserrat. And if I hit on Montserrat, you can see the text changes immediately from what it was, which was Oxygen, to Montserrat. And that's how to change the font of your text. I can change it back to Oxygen. Yeah, and that's basically it's back to Oxygen. I can change the font size. Alright, I want to increase the font size if I feel it's too small. I want to decrease it back to what it was, 16. Yeah, so that's how to increase the font size. The text color, you can change the text color. You can change it to blue. I can change it to green, same green. I can change it to red. I can change it to black. I could change it to pink. Anything I want to. I could mess around with it a bit and all of that. And I'm changing it back to white, so my clients and your prospects and my prospects could see it as well. Alright, so that's text color, bold color. If you make a text bold, I will show you how to do that. I can make all bold colors. Let's say I want them red. Alright, nothing changes right now because there's no bold text in any of this paragraph. Alright, background color is to change the background color of it. I can make it red, and you see the background color changes to red. I could remove it and make it transparent. Just slide this opacity bar to the very end, and it becomes transparent. Okay, so icon colors, you can add icons to your text. Alright, so the opacity, you can make the text itself a little faded. You can make it half faded or heavy fade. It depends on you. Maybe you don't want them to use something like you use these things in cases where you have something at your footer and you want it to sort of blend with your footer but not really blend. And so that's basically, if I make it half fade, you can see it faded down a bit. I make it heavy fade, it fades down almost invisible, but it's still there. You can see that, but some people couldn't see it, so it's a bad idea. And I'll put it back to none, and it becomes very visible. Alright, so advanced in paragraph. Alright, you can see this in clearly writes paragraph up here. for this text, it's a paragraph. You can see when I hover over this, you see that blue border on the paragraph. Look over the, let your eyes be here, and if I hover over this, you can see that blue background telling you that from where that background is, where that border is bordered, is a paragraph itself. All right. So line height is the height for every line. Okay, so I can show you how it is. 1.5. You can see, give more space. I'll put it back to auto, and text transformation is to basically make it all uppercase. You want it all in uppercase. You can see change that. You want it all in lowercase. Change that as well. You want it in capitalized. It makes the first letters of after the full stop and all the letters, the first words of every word, it makes it capital letters. Alright, so that's capitalized, and we can put it back to normal the way it was, how we wrote it, and that's that. Okay, so text letter spacing is to give, like you say, spacing between letters. You can see that, it gives spacing between letters, it makes it look different, so that's what letter spacing does. Put it back to normal. Text shadow brings shadows to the text. Text colon, you could change the colons of the text. Really never use this because it really doesn't come out pretty. I don't know, some people might use it and it comes out pretty, but I don't know how to use it to come out to make it pretty, so I never really use it. And then your paragraphs could have tag and paddings of their own if you want to. Border radius, you'll be using the border radius when you have a background color for it. I show you how to do a background color for your paragraph tag. So you could use border radius for that, and border radius as well. You can make it all edges. This is just to tweak the border radius, and the border you can add borders for it. So yeah, ClickFunnels asks me to save whenever I spend too much time without saving. Alright, always remember to save your progress, because you don't want to have to redo everything all over again when you didn't, because you didn't save it, and maybe something happens and you have a power outbreak, or something happens, you forget to save it and you leave the page, and nobody wants that. Alright, I can spend hours of a day in the page and then I don't save it. Alright, it kills all my vibes. So always remember to save it, and ClickFunnels is amazing, so it reminds you to save when you've not saved for a long time. Alright, so I click on OK, so it makes all the changes, and it saves all my changes so far. Okay, so it tells me update will be live in the next minute. Alright, so that's pretty good. And yeah, so border size and shadow is for basically the text shadow and all of that. So yeah, so that's all you need to know on the paragraph area, and the settings as well. Yeah, so that's that on the text. And for the input field, you don't need to touch this because I already set it up to get the first name and the email for you. If you want something else done, you could hit on this button. You want some other field, maybe you want your phone numbers, or you want something else, you just hit on this add element plus sign, and it shows you a sidebar with tons of elements. You can see we've got text, media, and some subclasses. And if I say form, it takes me to the form. Alright, so we can see button, Facebook, opt-in, input. Alright, so this is what you're going to be hitting. Alright, the input. Alright, so I hit on input, and you can see it generates an input field for me. Ta-da! Okay, so by default, this input field is going to be asking for your email address. Alright, how are you going to change this? Like I said, we want an input field where we could get phone numbers, right? Alright, so if I hit on the settings, and shows me the sidebar, it tells you input type not set. You're going to have to set what you want it to do. So I want it to get phone numbers. Alright, so phone numbers and the placeholder text. Alright, instead of showing your email address here, I could just write Control A all and write phone number, and yeah, so I have phone number. Okay, I can make it required or not. I can make it required, so they can't move to the next step without providing the phone numbers. Alright, you can change the font as well. You click on this font family. I want it to be Montserrat, and yeah, I've got Montserrat text. And if you see the spacing from this email to the first name is more than this, and you probably might want it to be uniform. So it's the top margin you get used to do that. Alright, so I use the top margin and I scroll it until I get what I want exactly, the amount of space I need. 20, is 20 enough? No, I think it's 25. 25 is enough. Alright, so yeah, so I want to edit this button a little bit to look exactly like what this ones look like. So I go to advanced, I leave this theme. Theme is basically type of the type of input fields themselves. Alright, so I go to advanced, and in advanced I see the font weight. Alright, so I see the alignment, leave it at left unless you want the alignment to be center. You can see the text moves to center, or I usually leave it at left. Then the corners, alright, make it square edges, and you can see it becomes square. Like I can, alright, so icon style, oh yeah, before I forget, the icon is set now black, and you can see if I hit on this, so if I hit on this, you can see if I hit here back, you can see the phone icon is there. I can remove it if I want to, I can leave it if I want to, but I will be deleting the phone this one tab, because I don't usually collect the phone numbers. I prefer emails, but if you want to collect the phone numbers, you could do that as well. So I don't want this, so that's how to add it if you want it. It all depends on you, and I hit on delete, and yeah, so that's done. Alright, so the button, once they provide the information here and here, they click on this button, it takes them straight to the it submits this form to your ClickFunnels contact. Alright, that contact I told you we'll talk about, yeah, it submits this form, that's the name and the email address, to that contact. Alright, then it moves to the next page, and the next page is our sales page. Alright, so the last thing I'll be teaching you how to do is add images and edit these images. Alright, so adding images, like adding every other element, you hover over an existing element and you click on add new element, and you see this image, you click on image, and it adds a placeholder image. Alright, you can see it clearly writes demo image, and I click on settings, and that place, yeah, then I can add an image. Alright, so I want to add this image, or I want to add this image, I click on it and I click on add image, and you can see add that image straight away. I can change the width of the image, make it 200, and it changes the width. I can make it 100. I can make it 100 to change the width of it. I can change the height as well. It all depends on you. So that's basically it. In the advanced section, you have the radius of the image. You want the align to the center, or you want it to be left. It moves to the left of that particular column. You want it to be right, it moves to the right. Change the border, the radius. You can change the, you can add borders to it. You can add shadow. You can add opacity. It all depends on you. And yeah, so that's how to add images. Really easy, isn't it? And I want to delete this image, so I click on delete and I delete the image. Alright, so you want to add your website here, and this link, you want to add your own link here. Alright, so if you want to do that, you click on this, edit it. Once you see this button, you click on this, and this part you can change this part to yours, so help your clients contact you. And the affiliate closure, you can remove this as well if you don't want that. Yeah, so that's basically that. Alright, so the next video we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about the sales page. Alright, and I'll be taking you to the sales page very shortly. Alright. Alright guys, I'm back to the funnel front page, and yeah, you can see I'm no longer on my squeeze page. I am at the sales page right now, and how you know it's selected, you see this green background on the icons section, and the section with the text is going to be a white background. Right, so you can see this preview of the web page itself has changed, and yeah, so that's how you know we're on a new the sales page area. Alright, so same thing we want to do is we want to edit this page, so you can see how to edit your text and all of that. So I'll hit on this edit page, Alright guys, so we're on the page, and you can see we've got our awesome sales page here, and this is what sales page is going to look like. I'm going to show you how to edit all of this in a minute, and yeah, so this is our sales page. We've got our sales page all built for us. You've got testimonial section, you've got worked with us before section, you've got lots of you've got a section about you want to talk about yourself, and yeah, you've got a section to discuss about your packages and any package you want, and you've got the money back guaranteed section. Alright, so it's I usually advise my clients to have this money back guaranteed. It's sort of like a safe or something like an surety to these people that are you're vouching for whatever service you're providing for them or whatever product you're selling to them, that you're sure it's what the money that if I see personally, if I see a website where I'm buying a product and I see 100% money back guarantee, I would have this sense of confidence that what I'm about to buy is a great product, because the buyer or the seller is very sure about their product, that they're willing to give me 100% money back if I don't like it, or if it doesn't do what I want it to do. Alright, so it passes out a message of assurity, but it's left to you. If you want this section, you can leave it. You have to like talk about your own terms here, and you have to sort of edit this text to talk about. I'm sure you know how to do that by now. And yeah, if you don't want it, you could delete it. Just hover over here and delete it if you don't want it. Or if you want it, you can leave it the way it is. And moving on, let's head over to the top of this funnel, and yeah, just quickly talk about things you should change. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to change this hook. Here we have how to get the best out of ClickFunnels the smart way. You're just a funnel away from earning six figures. True that, true talk, true that. Alright, so you could change this text to your own hook. You can change this subtext as well. You can change this as well. And stop your journey, you can change it. Alright, if you want to edit a button, you click on the setting icons to edit the text of a button, or to edit the action, or you hit on that button and you can see text button text. It's start your journey. It's start your journey. You could change it to whatever you want it to be. Get started, sign me up, whatever you want it to be. You can change that. You can set the actions as well, but it's not necessary. You don't need to do that because I've already done that for you. And what this button does, it takes them to the order form. Alright, we're going to go over to the order form in a bit, and I will explain that to you lot as well. Alright, so you really don't need to do anything aside changing the text, which you should do. That's the only thing you need to do. And if you want to change the image, alright, so like I told you, you can change the image. The setting of the section, you can change the image of the section. You click on this settings, and the sidebar pops up, and you can see background image. I'm using an image from pexels.com. You can change that and use a particular image you want. It's all up to you. And yeah, so this same thing applies here. For this particular image, you can see desktop only. I made it visible only on desktop view, so because it doesn't come out pretty on the mobile view, so I made it only desktop view. You can use this image, or if you want something of yours, this particular image, you want to remove this, put something of yours. The way around this is sort of different from the rest, because or how to improvise to do this. So how you want to get this image out is carefully hover over this columns tab, and you click on it, and the sidebar comes up, so you locate that column itself. Alright, so we've got this, it shows you this column. You see this, it's pointing to this column. Alright, this is pointing to this column, and this now points to this column, and that's the column with the background image. Alright, so here on this edit icon, click on the edit icon, the sidebar comes up, and you can see you can change the image from here as well. Same thing applies. You can change the image. You can see I made it just desktop mode. You don't want to touch this, because you don't want to tweak what I already did, unless you already know how to get things done yourself and you feel like you want to change this. It's all up to you. And yeah, so that's basically it. You can see the image. You can change this image to put your image here, because you want to see that, make them see your image or if it's a product image, you could put that here as well. It's totally all up to you. So that's how to do it. Then you see sign me up. Sign me up also does the same thing. The start your journey does. It sends them to the next step, which is an order step. Alright. So in this section, you want to like talk about things they will be getting, a bit more about your services, why they should use your services, just like a list of things that will be getting. So that's what this section basically talks about. So you want to do that, and in this section, you're going to have to put a picture or an image of people you've worked with, like companies you've worked with in the past. If you don't have any company you've worked with, you could delete this section. Just delete this section out of it. It doesn't change a thing. You could as well edit this text if you want to. This is an image. You could edit it and add your own image, or you could delete it totally if you don't have. If you were start up and you don't have big companies you've worked for yet, or you don't have companies you've worked for yet, it's totally up to you. Alright. And the testimonial sections, you could change this image. Alright, this image you just. This particular section, how you can change, edit the text and all of that. You see this setting buttons, you hit on it. When you hit on it, you see the options to change the images. Alright, you've got the option to change the images. And if you want to change the colors of the text, you can see here headline colors and text colors, the size of the headline and the text itself, the image width, all of that. You don't need to touch that. All you need to do is change the image to an actual image of whoever was giving the testimonial to you. Alright, and if you want to change the testimonial text, you just click on it again, and you see we're back to that text editor. You can change this, and you can change this as well. It's totally all up to you. And if you don't have any testimonial, you could delete it, or you could really, anybody gets testimonials. Word of mouth is a testimonial. You've done something for someone before, get the person picture, get what the person said about your product, and get that done. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Same thing applies here. If you want to change this image, which is not necessary, but if you want to, yeah, you have to do it the same way I did it with the column. Alright, from this column's X point, you scroll until you see that column, full column. That's not what we want. We want this particular one. You can see it's here, and you click on this, and you change the background image. Alright, this is the background image. You change it. Alright, so that's that on that. And on to the next one, we've got this section where you're going to talk about yourself or your product or your services. Alright, you just briefly talk about it here, and you can change this image on the background. All you need to do is hover over here and do the settings, and you can change that image as well. And in this package areas, alright, so these packages could be for it doesn't have to be a package. It could be your different services, your different packages for your services. Alright, so you just list it, and you can add the price below. Just add this and add the price below. It's totally up to you. You could do something like this. After the list, you add the price. You want to add the price. You click on say sub headlines. I'm going to go sub headline here, and yeah, I open it and I write the price. I want $120 only. Alright, and I want to change it, the color of that to white, so that people can see it. You can actually see it, and yeah, so you can see that I added the price now, so a client can know that, okay, I'm getting all of this for $120. Alright, so you want to do that here and here, depending on you. You can add prices if you want to. I could copy this, I can clone this, then drag it over here, and you can see I dragged it over here, and now I have it here as well. I could copy this as well, and sort of drag it over here as well. Yeah, and I could change the text. Maybe intermediary package could be for $20 only, and the expert package could be $1,320. Alright, so it all depends on you, and yeah, so you've got it all up, and once the client clicks on get started for this, it takes them to the order form page. Get started for this, it still takes them to the order form page. This same thing. Alright, so I already talked about this, and yeah, the footer, so you showed you already how to change this links to yours. Alright, so that's basically it. When you're done with what you want to do, you hit on save your progress on the page. So that's how you save. You hit on preview to see your progress so far. You hit on save to save it. Alright, I wouldn't want to save these changes I just made because I want it the way it is when I started. So I'm going to hit on exit. ClickFunnels is going to ask me if I want to leave the site. They're asking me this question because they noticed that I made some changes and I didn't save them. Alright, so when you see this, know you've done something and you didn't make changes. You didn't save those changes, alright? Well, in my case, I want to click on leave because I don't want to save these changes. So I click on leave and it takes me out of ClickFunnels of this editor page. Alright, so I'm back to where we started from, and then I'm moving over to the order form page, alright? So what is an order form page? An order form page is a page where your clients or your prospects get billed for whatever it is they want to buy. Okay, if they want to buy a product from you, if they want to buy a service, if they want to pay for a service, or they want an order form page built for you. And the amazing thing, have a service. I'm going to show you quickly how to add a product to your ClickFunnels funnels account. And let's say I have a product, a service I provide, and let's say it's funnel building. And I click on once I get to the order form page, first things you're going to do because I didn't set up any product at all because it's supposed to be dynamic. So how you're going to set up your product is you're going to follow everything I do, but you're going to replace the information I provide based on your information. Alright, so I'm going to specifically talk about just products that are not that are digital, not physical products, because physical products have there are more steps you're supposed to take, and if you need help setting up your physical product, you could message me with the email below, and I will definitely get it all up and on setting for get them all up and running for you. So for the digital product, if you have a digital product and you want to sort of set it up, just on this products tab, funnel step, and looks like you haven't added any product. ClickFunnels telling you the same thing I just said. Alright, so we want to add a product. Alright, so you hover over this and you click on add product, so it starts asking you some couple of questions to get your product set up. Alright, so add payment integration. Now you have no payment integration at this time. Alright, so if you want to have a payment integration done, and you probably have a payment integration with Stripe, you have with NHM, or whatever it is you have, we could get that done for you, and we fill up the product details and product variation, the fulfillment emails. ClickFunnels handle the fulfillment emails. You just write it, and your clients get an email whenever they make a purchase. You have the follow-up action, shipping, and then the summary. Alright, it's really quite easy. But for the integration, I can't integrate anything right now because I don't have any integrations for payments set up on this account, because this account, basically I made this account to show you how to use ClickFunnels. So when you've gotten ready to get your products up or set up, you could be sure to message me, and I'll get that all done for you. It's quite something I can get done for you as soon as quick as 5 hours. So if you're ready for that, you could just message me and I'll get that done for you. Okay, so let's head back to the order form page. Alright guys, so we're back to the order form page, and we want to edit it so we could take a good look around. And so this is what you see when you hit on edit. You see large call of action button, and this, you could change all of this if you want. You can change this as well, and payment option. So this particular order form is called a two-step order form. Alright, so in the first part of it asks for your client's full name, email address, their shipping address, if it's a physical product. Or if it's not a physical product, you don't really need this, but you could still keep it for additional information about your clients. And then when they hit on continue, it shows them the actual billing option. Alright, so let's fill that up. So I'll say in the clouds, blacktrain.com, that's my email address. You can email me there if you need me to get something done for you. Stay at Woolwich. Sorry, I got my cops up. Woolwich, right, and London, country, United Kingdom, and still London. Alright, my zip code is can't quite remember my zip code. Let's fix something in. I think it's to let's use West Virginia's 407, and I hit on continue. Alright, so it takes me to this next step. Alright, so this next step is the second part of it. You can see things has changed, and in this section where we have dynamically updated is ClickFunnels trying to tell you that you don't have any product set up. Alright, that's why you see product 0, item 0. Alright, usually if you have different products, you can see you have radio buttons and all of them listed here, and then I put in my card details, my CVC, and my expiring date of my card, and this is a bump offer. Okay, so a bump offer is something like you want them to buy something and then you want to sell them something along with whatever it is you want them to buy or a service you want them to offer. Okay, so if I am a plumber and I want to sell up my service, which is plumbing, and I want them to maybe get a new sink that could a new fancy sink, I could put it up here. That's the bump offer, and like, okay, yes, yes, I would take it. I would get the latest fancy sink, which helps you reduces the amount of time you have to call me to get things fixed up. Alright, so I definitely want something like that because I don't want to always be calling you. Calling you always means spending money, and nobody really wants to keep spending money. So yeah, so that's a bump offer. That's an idea of what a bump offer is. A bump offer is sort of like an upsell when you're selling an initial product, and then you introduce something else to sell alongside what you're selling initially. That's what the bump offer does. It's more like an OTO or one-time offer. Alright, same thing applies. It's like an OTO, and yeah, you could use that as well. You could activate this if you want, and then the person clicks on, or your client clicks on complete order, and ClickFunnels charges the cards, and yeah, sends your money straight to your payment gateway. Alright, so it's that easy. And then you could add some testimonials here as well. The reason why I personally felt like it's important to add testimonials here, because sometimes your clients might have a double mind about getting what you're selling, and then when they maybe scroll down a bit and they see more testimonials, it sort of brightens up their spirit to continue the process of buying whatever it is you're selling. Alright, so it's really important to put testimonials here for conversion reasons. You could get a few testimonials. I have 5 testimonials template here, so you could add 5 testimonial template here as well. I showed you on the previous page how to edit this testimonial and the image it itself, so you could do that as well. And on this area, you could auto summary. You could talk about your product name is going to be here, and you can talk about the product here, and give a price of the product here. You can delete this if you don't want it, because maybe you have a lot of products and you can't talk about all of them here. You can delete it if you don't want it. And the customer support, you provide your email here and your phone number here as well. Leave this as it is. ClickFunnels provide all of this, so you just leave this as it is, and you don't really need to touch any of this, but you could if you want to. You could delete it if you want to. It's all up to you, like I said. And yeah, so that's basically all there is to in the order form. Alright, so like I said, if you have any problem and you have any questions you want me to answer, you're confused about how the payment is going to work with ClickFunnels ensures you get paid, and you really want to understand stuff, you can reach me via this email, alright, or you hit the email below, whichever is convenient for you, and I will be answering you. I'll be answering all of your questions on ClickFunnels, and you'd see that it's really easy to get started with ClickFunnels. Alright, so I will be heading on to the next page and quickly talk about that page as well, so you know what that page is. Okay, so our next page is going to be the OTO page. Alright, so alright guys, so this is our OTO page. We've got an amazing OTO page, and yeah, like I said, an OTO page is a one-time offer page. Alright, so I already built an amazing OTO page for you. you have this where your order is not yet complete. This is just to tell them that, okay, I have something else I want to talk to you about, that you it's really amazing, it's really huge. A one-time offer. Okay, a one-time offer is more like an upsell, like I talked about in the it's exactly what the bump offer does. That's the bump offer I showed you on the other form. Yeah, that's exactly what the OTO page does. But the OTO page sort of magnifies what the bump offer couldn't do. So if you're offering an upsell on a bump offer, an upsell through the bump offer, and the client gets it done, you could offer another upsell on the OTO page. So you're sort of, like I said on the beginning of this video, you're in control of all of your buying journey process. All right, so you're in full control. All right, so you can see secret update bonus, don't miss the amazing offer. You can change this to a video of you. All right, so it's better if it's a video because it's more convincing. If it's a sales video, a video of you. All right, and you could this button tells them, yes, I want this added up, and once they click on this button, it's immediately, ClickFunnels charges their cards immediately with the price is. So you want to like give a price disclosure of whatever it is you're offering around here. So we've got an amazing funnel, amazing OTO funnel. That's basically what an OTO does. It's sort of like you want to upsell something else. All right, maybe another service of yours you want to upsell, or another product of yours you want to upsell. Like I said, it's totally up to you. All right, so same thing applies here. Yes, add this to my order, and ClickFunnels charges their cards immediately. All right, so you can edit all of this. You can change these are just images. You see, I can drag it around, meaning it's an image. I can drag this around, meaning it's also an image. This is also an image. All right, so you could change all of that to what it is you want it to be. It's totally up to you. You really want to have to change that. All right, so once they tell you, yes, add this to my order. Okay, they also have the option, no thank you, I don't want a huge discount. All right, you write something like that so that when I read it out, I'm like, no thanks, I don't want a huge discount. All right, it sounds really stupid. Okay, just add it to my order. Okay, so you see the things that are happening there. It's sort of wordplay. All right, so you can change that as well if you want to, or you can leave that. So what this particular link does is that, yeah, it doesn't charge their card for this OTO product. All right, the OTO product, adding the OTO product is just like adding the order form product. All right, so if you want to add the OTO product, like I said, you can reach me through that email address, and I will set it up for you. And I could also do we could also jump on a video call, and I'll show you how to get it all done. All right, so I'm giving a huge discount to anyone who messages me with the link of CFSB. All right, so you message me with the link with the code CFSB. All right, that's CFSB. All right, and I'll be giving you a huge discount. I'm giving you up to 70% discount on anything I'm getting done for you on ClickFunnels. All right, so when you hit the button below, you get started. Just message me, and I'll get all of this done for you. All right, like I said, 5 days, in the lead or 5 days, will get your business up and running. All right, so you can start earning so much with ClickFunnels. All right, so if the client clicks on this, like I said, yes, add this to my order, ClickFunnels charges their cards immediately with whatever price you set up for the product. And no, I don't. ClickFunnels doesn't do that, and both of them, the only difference is both of them, what they do similarly is that they take them to the same order confirmation page, but what they do differently is one charges the card and one doesn't. All right, so the next page they move to is the order confirmation page. All right, so you can see, congrats, your order was completed. Below you can find your product. All right, so you see your product, it's shipped. So below here, or don't worry about it, automatically all does that. ClickFunnels does that automatically. So below here, the clients are going to see what they purchased. All right, so if they purchased from the order form, and they also purchased the OTO, they're going to see both of them here. If they purchased, if they took part of the bump offer, they're going to see it here as well. So dynamically, it's going to fill up all of this place with whatever it is they bought. All right, so when that is done, they are taken to the thank you page, and that is the final page of this amazing funnel. All right, so the thank you page, you could write what it is you want to write here. Like I said in the beginning, you could tweak this, or you can also you have to like put your links here in this Facebook image, Facebook and Twitter, if you want them to follow you. If you don't want this, you could delete it, just like I showed you. It's quite easy to get that done. You could also remove the affiliate badge if you don't want it. It's all up to you. Okay, so that's basically all it is. It's really easy to get started with ClickFunnels. Really straight to the point. And yeah, so like I promised, I will be showing you how to get your contact details, alright, contact of whoever opt-in to this opt-in page. Alright, so just in case you don't want to use a third-party app to get your client leads and you want ClickFunnels to hold your leads for you, it's going to be great to have a way to sort of see all the people that everyone that opted into your ClickFunnels. Alright, so I will be doing that in a short while. I'll be heading back to the dashboard so I can show you how to get that done. Alright guys, I don't need to go to the dashboard. I could get it all done from here. Alright, so I'm back to the funnels page, and yeah, so you can see the contacts for this particular funnel. Alright, so when you're on the funnel, you want to go to the contact for this particular funnel. Alright, so I click on contacts and it opens up. Alright, I'll just go one contact, yeah, in the clouds that I put in for the opt-in page. You can see it saved my contact. Alright, so every contact will be saved here. If you remember when I put this one, I was about to make payments. So edit it. I want to see more about this contact. I edit it, and it sort of edits it. So you can see, I see my name, my shipping address, Woolwich, London, Great Britain, a London IP address, and yeah, so that's basically it. London, Great Britain, all of that and all of that. Yeah, and so it gets all the information. You can see I've got the full name. Okay, I did put my full name. So you got my name, you've got my street, you've got my city, you've got state, you've got the country, you've got my PIN code, my zip code. We call it postal code over here, and you've got my IP address as well. And yeah, so that's basically it. And yeah, so really that's all it is, and you've seen where to get your contacts. So all of your contacts will be shown this area. Okay, so that's really how easy it is to get started with ClickFunnels. Alright, so if you have any questions at all, something you want to get done, maybe you still have questions on how to get something done, and you want to get started with ClickFunnels, hit the button below to get started. If you have any questions and you want to ask questions, please do not hesitate to email me with the email below or the email I showed you, and whichever is convenient for you. You could use the email below or you could use the email I showed you. And also, if you, like I said, if you email me with the code CFSB, I will be giving you a huge discount. Alright, like I said, up to 70% discount to get your funnels up and running. Alright, it's going to give us, we at Laptop Champs, it's going to give us a lot of joy if you join the winning team and start making 6 figures on a yearly revenue. Alright, with ClickFunnels you can get so much done. Alright, it's such an amazing funnel, and the things that you could do with ClickFunnels, I can assure you can't do it with any other software out there. Alright, so ClickFunnels is the best software for you to get your business up and running. If you already have your business up and running, it's the best software for you to make up to 6 figures on a yearly revenue basis. Alright, so that's the least you can make. Alright, ClickFunnels is not limited. Alright, there are so many things you can get done with ClickFunnels. Alright, thanks guys for watching this video. I really hope you enjoy it. Like I said, if you have any messages at all, please be sure to hit me up with the email below or the email I showed you, and do not forget to hit the button below to get started. And I really hope to be hearing from you guys soon. And that's all I have for now. I really love to hear from you guys. Like I said, thanks for sticking around, and yeah, Niklaus out. Cheers guys.